We caught up a little bit, man. We finally got Chud, the bitter supporters made the judge's job easier.
The builder.
Let's see why. Because everything to do with this nigga is stupid as fuck. So I'm sure his supporters are just as dumb. So please.
Support meeting. Now listen, guys, Chud's in jail. The charges are serious. The judge is already watching what we're doing. So I've got a couple of rules that I need to lay down right now so that we can do whatever we need to do to support our boy Chud. The plan is really simple. Don't threaten anybody. Don't harass anybody. Don't turn this into a culture war. Don't make content around the court case and all this stuff. And whatever you do, don't attack the judge. Capiche?
All right, take him into custody. Told you, sir, you did not have a speed rule today. We decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
Look, I normally would feel bad.
Tennessee justice system has created and perpetuated the same levels of violence through judges like that. Judge Blackburn, the fan account. This weird motherfucker. This grown ass weirdo doing nothing with his life. Whose racist rulings allow violent backgrounds to run rampant. 3 injured and stabbing in Nazareth. Eve and no there to be raised by grandparents. Fucking losers.
Look, I normally would feel bad for being so redundant on this channel, but I am nothing short of elated coming to give you guys this news every single chance that I get. This most recent Chud the Builder update is horrible for any Chud the Builder defenders, supporters, and fans. This is arguably worse than when the judge told them, yo, we're not using any of this crowd-funded money. This is worse than when people were making up all these scenarios about, how this was self-defense. This is the worst news that Chud the Builder has gotten. Today he was in court regarding the Nashville, Tennessee situation in which he had dined and dashed and was resisting arrest from police officers. According to his last hearing, the judge ruled against the defense and their request to get this Nashville charges dropped. That means that the restaurant case is moving forward. He can't run from what he is facing. So even if something happens in the other bond case, he'll still have to be dealing with this one right here. But that's not even the worst of it all. Chud the Builder and his supporters have been running around with this gimmick for a while about how he's being unfairly treated.
You know, I spoke to Chud on the phone. He called me. I talked to him. They're basically trying to keep him in jail at any cost. Like, I don't.
Ass up, bro. Fuck you, somebody put your pussy ass on mute. Like, you want to hear what your dumb ass wants to say because you're entertainment and comedy.
I talked to him.
Fucking clown. You understand?
They're
weird
basically
fucking but he look like he's supposed to be one of them like fucking Family Guy, like he's like a fucking idiot. That's all I got to say.
Trying to keep him in jail at any cost. Like, I don't want to get into everything that's going on because I don't want them to try to use it against him in any way. So I'm gonna wait until Thursday and we're gonna see what happens there. All right, but we're praying for Chud, and I have
zero testosterone, zero will, zero straight libido. Zero will to be anything good in life, and there's so many things you can say. It's just one do it justice,
He's okay. He's just upset because rightfully so, because they're just moving the goalposts like all the time.
What this person is referring to is the judge making it plain and crystal clear. Hey, your supporters are making this situation worse for you. Not only are they trying to spin narratives about this situation, but they're literally making threats towards the judge himself, which has to be the dumbest thing in the world. These are the same people who have been encouraging this content from Chud the Builder, and now they're acting surprised when the system sees not only him, but also the support that he has as dangerous. This update isn't just about Chud the Builder losing in court. It's Chud's entire ecosystem is making everything worse for him, and we've got to talk about it. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It's going to go a long, long way for the channel. Come along with us as we rejoice and be glad in Chud the Builder seemingly making every possible wrong decision and move that he can. Now, back into the video. I will not be intimidated by threats. Those are the words that a Tennessee judge used on Chud the Builder as they decided to go forward with making matters worse for Chud the Builder in these situations that he's dealing with in regards to this incident in Nashville, Tennessee. You see, back on June 17th, when they had another bond hearing, they decided that they were going to keep the bond amount the same and that they weren't going to revoke said bond. And post that situation, the judge, Melissa Blackburn, received threats all weekend long. This is a quote by her. her. She says, following that ruling, the court received numerous threats over the phone and on social media, Blackburn said. And I mean numerous threats. My assistant was dealing with them. You got these idiots at home talking about how Chud the Builder is just walking up.
Are fucking stupid. I mean, to be that, you must be. So it's like they don't think about shit. I mean, the nigga they fucking supporting tried to kill somebody. So
to these black people on the street, and they are chimping out. They're overreacting about decisions and words that are being said. But when we get in the courtroom, when Chud the Builder is having to face these consequences, and these are just words that are being said to and about somebody else, might I add you have his supporters at home doing the chimping out that they're alleging people to do. They're freaking out. They're going crazy, and now they're sending threats. Ultimately, and I do mean ultimately, making these situations worse for Chud the Builder. Mind you, he's supposed to be building some sort of character case, promising that he's not somebody that's going to disturb the peace and is going to be a model citizen. That really, really does hurt when you have your idiot supporters out there in the streets going insane in the membrane on the people that are ultimately going to make these decisions. Let me make it perfectly clear. I have a sworn duty to enforce the law. I'm going to perform that duty, she said. I will not be intimidated. You can threaten whoever you want to threaten. A threat to me is a threat to the finest system of justice we've created. I'm going to do my duty. I'm going to bind all 3 cases over to the grand jury. Ether Lee's attorney, Jake Finley, asked Blackburn to allow Ether Lee to testify in support of his motion to instate bond, but Blackburn did not allow it. Going over to grand jury is not a good thing for Chud the Builder. People, y'all understand what's going on. This judge is saying, fuck all the shenanigans that you got going on. We're not playing them games. All these mind games and trickery that you're trying to play on me, I can see right through them. And it doesn't make it any better because your supporters are coming behind you and making it worse. He's in a terrible situation right now. This separation that he's been trying to do from his online personality to another character that he's trying to paint in court, it's not going so well. Because they can fight these tweets of past and old and give justification and clarification for all these things. But when in real time, that stuff is spilling over into the courtroom, what else is a judge gonna think? And I know somebody would want me to give fair judgment over how the judge is proceeding in this situation. She's abusing her power, Omar. She's doing too much right now. But I genuinely, and I do mean this, genuinely do not care. I'm even under the assumption that she was being graceful, not just this judge, but the other judge that he has in this situation. But in real time, his supporters are proving that there should not be any grace that is extended to him. Your supporters are a reflection of you. So the supporters are showing in real time that, hey, these aren't just clips and stuff, lady. These aren't out of context tweets and moments. No, this is the real deal Holyfield, and we giving it to you live and in action. Mind you, his community is a monkey see, monkey do, no pun intended, type of community. So they're only regurgitating the stuff that they would see from Chud the Builder. This is from the executive director of security from the restaurant in which Chud the Builder stole from. Christopher Morrison, executive director of security and loss prevention at the Omni Hotel, testified on June 25th that eventually he felt it was best for the restaurant to cut its losses and let Ether Lee leave early. You see, this is them giving grace to a Chud the Builder. He needed to go more than that money was worth, Morrison said. They were willing to let him slide, but he decided that he was going to try to rub their faces in it. Once out on the street, Ether Lee yelled racial slurs. He was arrested by a sergeant in the entertainment district unit. Ether Lee's case will go before a Nashville grand jury in the coming months. He is being held in the Montgomery County Jail. Y'all understand what this means? This means that at every twist and turn, not only were people giving Chud the Builder the grace and space to just disconnect, like, we don't want you, gang. We don't want to deal with you, the nonsense that come with you, all this other stuff like that. But then he decided to rub it in his face. And so now when he's in court trying to paint a different picture and character about himself, his audience is repeating that same cycle. They're trying to give him some sort of grace and leeway in this situation. But now his supporters are doubling and tripling down on the nonsense. Instead of making the situation better by writing character letters, doing these GoFundMes for his family, trying to make him out to be a good person, they did the exact opposite of what you should be doing for somebody in this situation.
Hey guys, I'm just leaving the courthouse where
Dalton had to leave. Putting them down a little too much before they start actually acting right, gang. Let them just keep being stupid. But ain't a lie, as dumb as they are, they're still not gonna listen, gang. I promise, because they're white supremacists and you're black.
Had his court hearing with Judge Black.
And this old fucking man that has nothing to him, bro. This old fucking man, bro. This old fucking man that has a whole hat for a white supremacist young ass kid. This is grown. He's just as grown. He's a little older than this guy's a little older than him. But you're supporting you're juvenile. See what I'm saying? Yo, youngin, you're supporting a fucking fool, and you're an old fool. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is the gray fucking hair is all over your fucking chin, and you're wasting your time and your life doing shit like this. I mean, what are you good for? Where's your family? Why aren't you with your kids? Like, what type of disease is this, man?
It was Jacob Fenley did amazing. It was embarrassing to be the prosecutor. When it came time for the judge to make her decision, she went into victim mode, saying that she had been threatened, had all these threats coming, doesn't say who, doesn't say from where, just starts talking about everything besides the evidence that was just brought forth. My faith
God, man. The only one
in the legal system is at an all-time low. I pray I never get a judge like that.
This guy right here in this video is not only an ignoramus, but this is that leader of the Chud the Builder fan page that's been tweeting out these tweets that have been trying to paint these pictures about Chud, trying to skew these narratives. The one that in a couple videos ago attacked Poetic Flacco for not having any video evidence, or at least not providing the video evidence that Flacco said that he had. You can kind of tell what type of person this is based off of the way that they talk. They're diminishing any things that Chud the Builder did, any actions that he did, and bigging him up, and everybody else is the victim, everybody else is the problem, to the tune of making up things. Remember that. And all of this framing that he's trying to do is the exact thing, and I do mean the exact thing, that hurts Chud the Builder. It's a twofold type of situation. One, he is one of the more notable and credible faces that is behind this whole Chud the Builder thing, and he is leading marches and movements and attacking this judge's character.
This is a judge who, just before Dalton's trial, an illegal Mexican drunk driving, got 2 months. She lectured him, saying, "You can't risk this, you might get deported," giving an illegal immigrant advice how not to get imported, who just was driving on without a license, obviously, while drunk. She has the audacity to do this. It's pretty sad.
So he's sitting here attacking the credibility of the judge in question, all the while having an audience who is being radicalized by the content that he is putting out, the narratives that he's trying to spin, etc., etc. And then these same people turn around and they make it worse. They're not helping Chud the Builder. They're proving that there's this ecosystem around escalation, turning every ruling into some sort of conspiracy, turning every critic into a target. He is the same guy that attacked that city council guy as well. They're making this whole thing worse. Mind you, we got to remember, the brand of Chud the Builder is provoke people, create enemies, make the audience feel like confrontation, and every confrontation is some sort of war, and then you monetize the chaos. Chud the Builder's been doing that for quite some time now. So even when he's locked behind bars, they're running with that same exact narrative. Literally, Chud the Builder could be free, or at least in some sort of better legal situation, but the same audience that encouraged the content is now helping create this image that the court is punishing in real time. Chud supporters think that they are defending him, but in reality, they're giving a live demonstration as to why the court should not trust him or anybody around him in any word that they have to say about all this.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever you talk about the motherfucking lie, and you know it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Chimping out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead. Because this is a response that is told. This is a response they teach their young people to have. This is a response that the mothers, the black mothers in this community. This community does not teach its people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to...
They got all these police and he's supposed to be tough with a stupid ass fucking bulletproof vest. Like, somebody would waste a fucking bullet for you. A bullet is worth more than this kid. This is a child. This is not no man. You're a child who needs their ass. That's it. And soon enough, stupid motherfuckers end up where stupid motherfuckers need to be, and you will be dealt with. I promise you. How the fuck can't you feel cursed just doing shit like this? You gotta feel cursed as hell, because your time is coming. It's coming. You can't just live like this because you're not doing right. You can't just live like this and think it's gonna be okay.
Because in your failure here as black parents. Mello Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
Think about all the people that have been stepping up for Chud the Builder in this time of need for the great white hope, right? The great advocate of free speech. We have, on one hand, a guy like Jake Lang, who is a known provocateur, known antagonizer. Hell, already been in these Tennessee courts, getting taken out in handcuffs by police officers outside of that same courtroom, yelling and screaming. Then goes down to the Carmelo Anthony trial and antagonizes and gets arrested for inciting some sort of violence towards Carmelo Anthony and the family and stuff like that.
Lives matter. Because who the fuck shot? Like, what the fuck does Charlie Kirk? What racism has
that? Then you have that Fred Kitchen guy who took the stand saying that he would, you know, defend and put money up for Chud the Builder.
You would never say the N-word in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Well, you're wrong.
Needless to say, this guy is an online racist in his own right. Somebody who, if you were trying to prove that you weren't some sort of actual racist and you were just a free speech advocate, would probably not be the guy that you would want supporting you. And then you have his main supporter guy, his main person, you know, the guy that just came out the courthouse, antagonizing and sending people at city officials, most notably the judge's office, in order to send them threats or discredit them and other things. This is the ecosystem and the figures that support a Chud the Builder. People who have built platforms on being aggressive, inflammatory, and confrontational. And their audience rewards it. They encourage it, right? The clips are being spread. The shock is there. The anger is there. Everybody is entertained because of it. But then the second that a legal system responds seriously in any way, shape, form, or fashion, everyone pretends that, hey man, this is just a joke. They shouldn't be taking this seriously. Why are people going crazy? This is where the contradictions come in. They want the benefits of making people feel unsafe without the consequences of being treated like a public safety concern. And all the while, there is only one person that is suffering behind all the nonsense that his supporters are putting out there in the world. And that's Chud the Builder. Not only is it making himself look worse in the court's eyes, he also can't get the truck. He can't get to the funds and the GoFundMe because of it. Remember, that's the reason why I couldn't tap into those GoFundMe funds, is because there was a question about the legitimacy of where these things were coming from. But I can almost promise you, if they weren't backed by these online racists, the judge would have no problem with it. But alas, it's not. And so now Chud the Builder sits in the literal worst case scenario where the judge is not only judging the action that he's done, whether it be in Nashville or the other county in Tennessee, which he shot a man in front of a courthouse, which for what it's worth, he was going to get packed up for that either way. But now, in my opinion, it's a little bit slanted, right? They're looking at the entire online social media presence and saying, yo, buddy, you're an idiot. And we're going to pack you up for it. Chud's biggest problem is not the charges, right? I think that he could either get them lowered or looked at in a different light if it was just him and his defense attorney. But now, because of the people behind him confirming the image that is being painted by the prosecution and not just Chud the Builder, he's got a tough road ahead. It's almost like he's swimming upstream to try to get to the next piece of land so he can get out of this river, and simultaneously his supporters are swimming downstream, right, tied to him. And so he's having a hard time getting forward, gaining any sort of momentum. He needed the court to see the distance between the content and the real world. But the shooting in itself, that erased any distance that was there. Him running out on a building yelling racial slurs is erasing more distance. And if there was any distance left, his supporters are doing a piss poor job in wiping it clean away. But do I have any sympathy at all? No. This is the same audience that was rewarding said escalation. These were just dogs, right? These were his boys in the pound that supported all the nonsense. And they're still in it, right? They're still in the fight with him. So while Chud may want you guys to shut up, no. I say don't shut up. I say stand 10 toes with Chud the Builder in his time in need and double and triple down. If you change stances now, well, that really shows that you guys were soft, right? So I say quadruple down in your efforts. Go.
Oh my God, I'm busy, bro. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, damn. I'm feeling my reaction. She bad as hell though. I don't want to expose her.
Go to that judge and say some things, right? Discredit her, discredit anybody that's involved, you know, and live with the outcomes. While Chud the Builder sits behind closed bars and is locked away for a good majority of his natural born life.
Man, Chud is a failure, bro. All his fans are failures. If you don't want to be a failure, stop being a fan. That was Chud the Builder supporters made the judge's job easier. It sure did. Yeah, get that light for you, buddy. You earned it. So